You're listening to the Reluctant Adult Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, follow us on social media and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the way.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million.
This week from the internet, toy collectors celebrate another successful RossCon. Plus, Trick or Treat Studios reminds Gremlin fans not to get their new Mogwai props wet, no matter how excited you may be. And Twisted MEGO Theater presents Disney Store Disaster. This exclusive sold out faster than the Hawk Tuah girl. Oh, it's true, the jar is empty. Oh my god, we're ruined. Christmas is canceled. No presents for anyone. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Don't you be a dummy! Buckle your safety belt!
Think, Billy. It's morphin' time!
Ooh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who wonders, did they have brains or knowledge? Don't make me laugh. They were
popular.
Right!
Bell!
Hi, everyone. That's right.
Acting! Acting!
Ah, yes. Self-taught.
I saw Wicked this week, and I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
Oh, good for you.
George Lucas really liked it. Did you see that?
Did he? Is he going to make a special edition of it?
I wonder. I know he reached out to the director, and he was like, I really enjoyed. You fit a lot of stuff in. It was a lot of things to fit in there, make it work. You did a good job. I wonder if George is like, damn, I know. And George is like, I shouldn't have sold Star Wars. I could be making this stuff right now. It was funny because he was like, the director said like, yeah, he called me and he said like he just finished seeing it at the mall. George loves the mall. He's always at the mall.
It was his own personal mall that he bought with his $4 billion.
It was Skywalker Mall. That's where
Skywalker Mall.
That's where he was hanging out.
He was never. Yeah. George Lucas always complained. He always was complaining about his filmmaking, that he'd rather have the technical side of things.
I think so. He did not like the like touchy-feely directory part of directing where he had to like work with people. He would much rather do like you said, the technical side. Yeah. I think they probably could have found a role for him in that way. Because obviously he was very good in like thinking ahead and like what things were going to look like in the future.
Sure.
But in terms of like writing stuff that makes sense when people say it, not so much. But you know, if they could have found someone to work with him, like if he had a writing partner or something that just could have like, you know, filled in the blanks in terms of scribbled gaps of knowledge, you know, like interpreted George's ideas to like a real film. But, you know, not so much.
We got what we got.
We got what we got. Now we get some other stuff, and I'm looking forward. We're recording on Tuesday, so we're gonna have to. I don't know if you're gonna watch Skeleton Crew right after this. I'll probably watch it tomorrow, Christmas Eve. I've been digging it. Did you watch last week's?
Do you know what today is, right?
Oh, today's Monday. That's right.
Today's Monday.
Monday. See,
You're on time warp.
I've been off since Thursday.
Your brain is fried, man.
It's Monday. Monday Night Raw. Yeah. So tomorrow's Tuesday. So I'll get to watch.
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Tomorrow's Tuesday, Christmas Eve.
I've been watching it. We haven't talked about it a lot because
no,
I like to say that I haven't been watching it. I told you, I think last week, that I tried watching it with my son, and he just wasn't about it. And
which is weird.
Got me really
it's 4 kids. That's the whole.
It's 4 kids.
That was the market. That was the.
That's the demo.
The demo, exactly. Yeah.
But it just got me thinking.
I think it's for reluctant adults. Or
It
like,
has to be.
kids who are grown up.
Kids at
Who
heart.
were once
The kids at heart.
Kids at heart.
The kidults. The kidults.
No, I hate kidult, but
Oh, go to
But
hell,
exactly.
you damn kidult. Making a bad name for all of us reluctant
we're
adults.
gonna use kidults, but like in a negative way. We're gonna have a campaign that like gets people to never use that again. So like,
We
it
should
sounds like a
coin
slur.
it. Instead of reluctant adults, we should be redults.
Just redults.
Redultulous.
Redultulous. I was trying to think of all different ways to do our name so that we could take out adult, so that the algorithm would stop thinking that we were adult material, the other kind of adult material that's about to be banned in Florida. So I was like, oh, we could be reluctant, like UHH adults, or we could be reluctant kidults. I thought actually that would be good because it would probably show up when people search for that term. But it's like, I'm not willing to use it. I hate it.
Really mess with the algorithm. Call us the Wicked Adult Podcast.
The Wicked Adults. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, especially now. Well, we'll update everybody on our plans for branding in the future.
For the new year.
I haven't solidified exactly what I want to do, but
Right.
those of you who are concerned about the name changing, don't worry. Don't worry too much.
Yeah, you're not going to have to
day,
search for something different yet.
At the end of the day, I think it's going to be like, well, if it's not broken, don't change it. Like, maybe it is broken, but it's too much work to change it, you know. But we're going to incorporate other things into other things. So there'll be something for everyone. All right, enough of that. So as we mentioned, Christmas coming up very soon. Honestly, the part of Christmas that I will miss the most is Ross Moss, as I've come to call it. Ross Moss, like more in Spanish, you know, Moss, Ross Moss.
Oh yeah,
because it's like Ross Miss, but it's Ross Moss because it rhymes. You know, that's I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to make that happen. Ross Moss.
You're
Ross
not a big
Moss.
fan of
Hashtag.
Rosscon. Rosscon doesn't.
I mean,
jive
that's
for
fine.
You?
Rosscon is fine, but it's not a convention. It's not a
It
convention.
is not a convention. No.
That's why it doesn't make any
By
sense.
no means.
It's more Ross Moss. Think outside the bun. So I've been very excited about this, and you have no Ross.
I have
do
no
not.
Ross.
You do not celebrate Ross Moss.
No, I have. I
You
can't.
are not.
I would.
You are not allowed in. You'd been excommunicated from Ross Moss.
You know,
but
I'm gonna tell you right now. Will Ferrell was on
Yep.
Jimmy Fallon, and he had a little Christmas village, and even the Christmas village had a Ross.
Oh, that's nice. That's cute.
Which drives me nuts. I watched the whole thing, and it had a Ross, but I have no Ross.
We have to celebrate these stores while we still have them. We're going to talk about this later, but we're losing 2 stores in Big Lots and Party City. So
yeah,
who knows what the future holds for anyone, but Ross Moss is what's happening right now. So this week, things have really picked up. This final push of Ross Moss, people have been finding more Super 7 Ultimates. And by people, I mean me.
What'd you find?
Look at this. Look
Wow.
at that. Look
Is
at
there
my
anything in there
bag.
for me?
My Ross bag. What for you? What?
Oh. What is that?
So
Is that Dinobot?
this is a transformer that you can't even see because
Nice.
it covers the whole thing.
Oh,
Look
that's
at
the one
that.
I wanted.
That's the one you wanted, but I got it for me. It's for me.
That's sad. Okay.
But don't worry, little boy. Have you been good this year? Because Ross Moss got you your own Super 7 Dinobot. Wow!
Oh my god! Ah!
Let's see if it's actually in there.
Oh, true.
It was rattling around like a maraca. Something is loose
Rattle
in
me
there.
bones.
There we go. There
Wow.
it is. Look at that.
Oh, he's so
Crown.
nice.
He is huge. He is a big boy.
Aw.
There he is. So I'm going to send that up with my mom when she returns
Oh,
with empty
nice.
suitcases. So you get your Dinobot. Comes with a fish
Sweet.
and an apron. So somebody somebody has been posting at like, I don't know what time Ross opens, 7? It must be around 7 a.m.
Really? Wow.
And there's like a local Facebook group for action figures, and he would post, and I would check it to see if it was worthwhile to drive over there. And that day he posted, and there were no fewer than 7 Dinobots on that table.
Yeah.
I show up, maybe 9, 10, 2 left out of 7.
Out of 7.
And I took them. But the ones that were left, the pieces were, as you heard, they fell out of the clamshell.
Yeah.
They were rattling around. So people probably like, I can't sell this. I can't flip this.
You know, the
So
thing
it's
about Ross and talking about flipping stuff like that, if it winds up at Ross, if it winds up at your TJ Maxx, your Ollie's, the likelihood of you flipping it fast is next to near impossible. I think there's very few exceptions. Maybe
Flipping fast,
that
yeah, definitely not.
Maybe that that X-Wing pilot helmet that showed up at Ollie's a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That might be the one lone exception, but you're sitting on this stuff at that point. Ooh, what'd you get?
I also got a Megatron to match
good for
my,
you.
my Optimus that I had.
And you got that Optimus. That's excellent.
I already had Optimus, so.
Oh, nice.
So I had a great Ross Moss. I'm gonna miss it.
That's great.
I'm gonna miss it.
It comes but once a year, so I mean it's tradition at this point.
There's
Hopefully.
like a summer version of the holiday, but the real Ross Moss, yeah, you only get it that once a year. So
Yeah,
but
Ross
you were
gets you all
saying-
excited. The closest ones to me are New York.
it might be worth it. No, it's definitely not.
It's not. If I can't drive 45 minutes to the closest Ollie's just to be disappointed there.
Ollie's is good too. Ollie's. So the thing with Ollie's is they finally were like, listen, how are we going to get people to buy these Eternal figures? Like, what can we do to get people to buy these? And they were like, what if we give them away for basically half off? I was like, yeah, at that point,
half off of what they had for half. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. So they were $10 to start. The current sale through, I guess, Tuesday is 40% off. So I don't know if after Christmas they're going to do 50 till New Year or something like that. Like, get it out of here.
Just really clear it out. We've got tanker trucks full of this stuff now. Like,
Some
maybe
people's
they have
Ollies,
so much that they can't even get rid of it.
I think that's it. Some people's Ollies, they still had like friggin' Dan. And I was like, oh, I wish they had the model nose. I would have built the biggest band ever.
I mean, I see the ones that are still like inundated with Mossman from that Master.
Oh, mine doesn't. No, Mossman. He's got
walls of Mossman.
But you know me, I love the civilian figures. So I picked up another Eggman and Kingpin from the MCU because I want to make figures not only for Mad Men. I have my Don Draper figure. I want to do the Office action figures. So if you combine the suit top from Kingpin with the body from Eggman, perfect suited businessman. All I have to do is figure out how to I want to dye the suit jacket and the arms because I don't want to paint it, because if you paint it then you get that paint rub. So I need to find like a good way to change the color, and it's white. So I feel like that's a very good starting color.
Rit dye more is the way to go. It is.
But I have to like break the body apart because I got to get the shoulders out.
That's fine. You can do it. I remember when I did that with those Leonard Alien figures.
So I have
they
to
were
invest
blue
in time
and pink and every
to figure
other
it out.
thing. Yeah, you just boil it. It's a winter project for you.
It's a winter project, yeah. Well, we don't really have winter, but you know what. But I'm excited about that. So I have a bunch of those. Yeah, coming.
You're not missing much. It's like 13 degrees up here.
Oh, I heard it's cold. Yeah.
It's so cold.
So much for that global warming. What's going on?
Yeah.
You gonna have a white Christmas? Is it snowing up there?
There is snow up on the ground. Yeah, it's not melting. So yeah, we're gonna have a white Christmas. We haven't had a white Christmas in a number of years. So
that's nice.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look through my list. We ran through Ross Moss. I'm trying to think if there was anything else from Ross Moss. There were more Power Rangers. I saw King Spinks from Super 7. People were seeing Rita today, which is a great figure. I have that one.
Yeah.
The first series, which had Yellow Ranger and Green Ranger, people found each of those.
Is it just like every day something else is coming down?
That's what it seems like. So I went today and there was nothing new. So I feel like this is the end. I feel like Friday was the last truck. But who knows? Wow. And then maybe after the holiday? Because last year I thought it was done, but they still like had a trickle of stuff coming through. So it's
all
possible.
The Simpsons stuff shows up, all the leftover Simpsons stuff.
That's right. Like, King and Kodos. Could you imagine that?
I could.
I would love that. I would get at least one more of each of those. It's just fun. It's just fun to pay less than half for premium
It reminds
toys.
me of those old days of going into Five Below before Five Below had dedicated products specifically made for them.
They had some good stuff. Absolutely.
They did. Yeah, some real good ones.
Yeah.
But
all right, let's see.
Yeah, not anymore. It's tough to go in there. And you weathered the line, which was there much of a line at 10 a.m.?
There was not much of a... Ross, the lines have not been bad. Well, it depends on which location you go to. There is one, which is the one I went to, and it was not bad. It was not bad at the time I went. Today, I went to a different Ross, and I didn't buy anything, but the line was not bad. But then I walked down further in the plaza to TJ Maxx, literally to the back of the store, the line. Everyone was at TJ Maxx. That's where you're getting all your last-minute like stuff for mom or whatever. Like it was packed out.
You know, I had a thought, and it was weird because it's like, why? I know they do this line just because you can gather impulsive sales and it deters theft and everything like that.
Okay,
but
I didn't think about that.
Wouldn't it be nice if, like, when you walked into these TJ Maxxes or anywhere where they had a queue line where you had to go to the next register, instead of that, like we belong to Sam's Club, and in Sam's Club you can scan your product and pay for it as you leave and show a receipt. Wouldn't that just be nicer if you could do the same thing?
Yeah, in theory, but then you have to make sure that the people follow directions, and you have to have a dedicated person. But then you have the line at the door, because like at Costco there's a line to get out, so you still get that big of a line.
I guess
I mean, there's usually two lines, so it's not terrible, but it's still a line. But if you consider how many registers are open for Costco, it's not as bad. But if it was just a single, if you didn't have that like pre-show, if you're talking like theme park things, if you didn't have the pre-show of the register and everyone went straight for the door, then you'd probably get a little bit of a bottleneck up there.
Oh, sure.
But I don't know. Because you had that Amazon store where you just scanned stuff and paid, and they shut those down,
right?
Because it wasn't working. It was not working for that. People were like, I don't know if they were intentionally stealing or the technology just didn't work. But yeah, those got shut down.
Was the one where the guy just starts putting? They had the commercial where the guy just started putting stuff in his pockets.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not stealing. This is what they want us to do.
This is the future. Yeah.
This is the future. Well, not so fast.
I'm living in the future.
We're talking about good deals in stores. There were some good deals online as well. And the best deal that I saw were these Batman the Animated Series figures from McFarlane. So they had, from the New Adventures, Killer Croc, which I never got. And he comes with Baby Doll and a full cooked turkey, which I love. And then Two-Face. And I have the original Two-Face. So I thought it would be interesting to compare that original DC Direct Two-Face to the McFarlane one, because they've been redoing all the figures, and I don't actually know. Oh, his arms are very loose. This is the DC Direct one. I don't know if I got a better one, but this is like Woody from Toy Story, loosey goosey. Look at that. All right, well, let's see right off the bat, McFarlane has a little bit of an upper hand. So those were down to like $11, something like that. But then the next day, Killer Croc got discounted an additional 50%, so he was only $6. So I bought two more with the intention of returning the other one. So it's like I got two for the price of one. So that's good. So here is Two-Face. This is mint inbox on card. I guess you'd have to call this inbox. This is not a card. This is a box, right?
No,
I should have got my little opening tool, but I'm just going to rip it.
Ooh.
There we go. Some nice ASMR right there. So the New Adventure figures do not come with a builder figure, but they have like a cell? Like a film cell or something back there?
Okay. Like a little art print.
Which is, I'd rather save like $1 or $2 than have that, but I guess that's something.
Well, you
Little
saved
added
several
value.
bucks with that, so.
Well, that's true. I'd say well, there goes his stand. So the original ones, the stand was white, but with these, it's black. So.
Okay.
Oh, it even has like a little leg, so you can make it stand.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
That's
okay.
kinda
Like a little
cool.
Punch out. Okay.
Yeah. And it says exactly when it's from. So that's pretty nice. It's got, this is like a frame, like a paper frame, like
You
a
frame
separate
it,
piece.
put it on your desk, right next to the pictures of your kids.
There you go. You love it.
Yeah.
Put it right there. Okay.
It's gonna wind
let's
up in
see.
the trash eventually.
It might not. I do tend to.
Okay.
Oh, so this is what I hate about.
I know where it
McFarlane
will end
figures.
up. That we'll lead into that. I know where it will end. Where it will go.
Hold on. I need to get scissors. Hold on.
That's fine. Well, Paul's gone. So, I've been sick again and coughing, which is terrible. But that's okay. He talks about all his deals with the Batman stuff. G.I. Joe has been wild this week. Lots of good deals on G.I. Joe classifieds. Fantastic stuff. Welcome back.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
What I
Yeah.
miss?
I just went over some deals.
I hate these little. Everybody hates these little plastic guys.
Oh, the little
you gotta clip
non-twist
'em.
ties. You do.
You gotta
need a
clip 'em.
pair of
There's no
dedicated
way.
nippers. Yeah, like if you pull them out, they've got such tension to them that you think you're going to
Break the
damage
toy.
the figure.
Exactly. All right, here we go. I'm gonna hold them up visually. Oh, I forgot this. There, I must have another version of this Two-Face because I like ripped off his coat. You can see. So
Okay.
I think I got them to send me another one back in the day.
Yeah.
So visually, let's see here. The skin tone with the original DC Direct one is the color of the plastic, whereas the
Yeah.
McFarlane one is painted. So if you have a preference there, I think I like the original one, but it's not, the painted one's not bad. But if you run into like a bad paint job, I don't know why they wouldn't just do it. I guess maybe the plastic is cheaper. That's usually why these decisions.
You're going to wake up tomorrow and forget which one is which and be like,
No, this one is very.
wait a minute.
This was real
Stars
messed
on
up.
the left-hand side.
Wait a minute, the whole time. But honestly, other than, I'm trying to look at like the sheen. So
Yeah.
on the original DC Direct one, they painted. Did they paint the suit white? Yeah. Okay, the suit is flesh colored on the original, and they painted it white. But on the
Okay.
McFarlane one, it looks like it's cast in white, which actually works better. So I feel like there are, if you combine these figures, you would get your best figure. There's not one that is just like ultimately better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually that's a little bit of a surprise to me. I thought that the original would be the clear cut winner, but not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
The one huge negative from the McFarlane figure is no gun.
Oh.
These are the accessories. A little lunchbox or something.
Yeah.
Two alternate pairs of hands. A watch. And like a gas mask.
So boring.
Did he not come with a coin? Here's like all the accessories. This is more than just Two-Face, obviously.
Okay.
But he came with a Tommy gun. So that's weird. So now we know that McFarlane can start including weapons again. But at the time, not so much. So
Okay.
these were just made a little too early, I guess. It's unfortunate for Two-Face. But what I really want to do, and I wish that this figure was as cheap as that Killer Croc so I could have bought more. I want to take this body and make a Bruce Wayne body. Because
Okay.
the figure I want the most from the New Adventures is a street gear Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. I thought you were
So
going
we're
to go
supposed to-
off the rails and be like an animated Don Draper figure.
Oh,
That's what I was like,
That
oh, God,
kind
here
of
we
works too. I could do a whole universe of Don Draper in different mediums. Well, now you got the gears really turning. Oh,
there we
okay.
go. Keep me around for some reason.
There we go. Here's my Don Draper. Look at that. Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah. So now I just have to customize the other half of his face to make him not Two-Face. He needs to be one face.
One face.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'm excited about that. That's my real winter project. Doing animated. That would actually probably be easier to do animated Mad Men than to try to get realistic portraits of everybody. So that's fun. Little unboxing there.
There you go.
Yeah. So do you want to continue on this unboxing train and look at some Saturday morning cards?
We can, if you'd like.
While we're in the mood to review stuff.
Sure.
So our good friends at Saturday Morning Cards sent us over Street Fighter 2 limited edition. Did you open up your set yet to see who you got?
I did.
All right. Do you have them with you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
So I figured
Do you remember who you got?
Yes, of course. This is part of their Versus line, right?
Sure. You get two cards. Very nice. Again, very nice presentation.
Yes.
You get two cards in there. Look at that. It's like the inside tray is lifted a little, so it's like as soon as you open it, it's like just right in your face. So I got Guile and Zangief.
Yep. I got those as well.
Very nice. You got the same one? Okay.
Yes.
So let's put this here.
What were the card numbers on yours?
Okay, so Zangief, he is 185 out of 415.
Oh, nice.
Nice rainbow look there.
I think I got 163.
So do you know if this is original art, or how does this work?
I believe it's original art.
It looks great.
Yeah, it does.
Here's
It's a nice presentation.
Guile, always one of my favorites. I always enjoyed that character. This one is 405 out of 15, so like real late.
Oh. Yeah.
Obviously like the number one card, the numbered number one is like probably the most desirable. And then if you like Michael Jordan is 23, so if you get number 23, that's sort of unique. Is the last numbered card also desirable, or is that the least desirable card to get? I wonder if they're like weird numbers like that.
Yeah, I'd say middle of the road numbers are the least desirable.
Yeah.
I would say the end point would be decent.
If you follow us on Instagram or TikTok, you can find Saturday Morning Cards. We'll tag them on there. They have a lot of cool stuff. Just like the presentation is so nice.
It's so professional.
So professional.
Yeah.
I'd love to work with them.
That's a larger box for the presentation.
Because it's a twofer. You got two cards in there.
Yeah.
It's like it's supposed to be like a TV, but it's like a flat screen. Like we didn't have TVs that big when we were playing Street Fighter 2.
This is the introduction to their video game license. So
okay. So we'll
probably be seeing some more. Maybe we'll see some Mortal Kombat.
Ooh,
would be interesting.
That's your favorite. Yeah, look at that.
What else? Yeah.
Very nice.
What are our other good verses? Or you know what though?
Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter's good, but it doesn't necessarily have to be verses. It can also just be video games because they said they were going to start branching into that. So we might be seeing
Pac-Man versus Q*bert.
Pac-Man, yeah.
There you go.
Mario versus Donkey Kong. Ooh.
There you go. Mario versus Sonic at the Olympics. That was always a weird choice. I don't know. So yeah, again, check them out. Big fan of the presentation and the quality of the product. I've personally never owned any cards that were this level of quality. So always very excited.
I didn't get to show that one off because remember my phone died.
That's right.
Yes.
Here's your
the
chance.
Dick Tracy one to redeem myself.
Redemption.
They have the basic ones, but then they also have these one-of-one art cards.
Oh, that's right. You got a rare one-of-one.
Yes. So it's a sketch card. So this is
Lucky
Flat Top Junior. Yeah, it's a one-of-one.
You love Dick Tracy.
I do.
You love Dick.
Tracy. Yes.
Oh, you don't love Dick Tracy anymore?
One of my favorite lines from The Simpsons was always the Dick Tracy joke.
What was that?
With hyperactive Ned Flanders running into the observation lounge with the kids. You didn't know that one?
I don't know. What is
he's
it?
5. He runs in and he goes, "I'm Dick Tracy. Take that, Prune Face. Now I'm Prune Face. Take that, Dick Tracy. Now I'm Prune Tracy. Take that, Dick." The doctor stops him like right there before he says Dick Face.
Oh,
Ned,
I
no.
get it. That's
Yeah.
funny. That was Ron Todd
Right.
saying that? That's really funny.
No, it was little Ned Flanders because his beatnik parents thought he had like emotional issues.
Oh my God. What an arc that character had.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the term Flanderization? Like a character has been Flanderized?
Not really, no.
It's basically what it
Explain
is
this.
that Flanders became like a parody of himself.
Okay.
Like, way too over the top, like religious, like it just he lost any like nuance that he had originally.
Yeah, so he wasn't grounded. He wasn't just like that annoying religious neighbor. He had just a degree of
there was more to him. He had,
attached.
he had like the left hand store. I don't know. I obviously gave up on this series, so I don't know like how watered down he's become. We heard in that clip or like that new winter or whatever it is. I guess it's like a Christmas special on Disney Plus.
Okay.
The voice actor that does Ned Flanders is 80 years old, and his voice sounds it. Like it's just not like stop. Let these people stop making them do this. Stop
At some
it.
point, they've must have sampled every word in the English language.
Yes.
With this show, they can definitely generate the voices at this point.
And if they haven't, it's too late because I don't want the AI to sound like 80-year-old. But then it would be like really weird if they went and they fixed it, and then it's like, well, what happened for that little bit where you sounded weird?
Right. I had laryngitis. Sorry.
There.
Oakley dokley.
They just need to reboot the whole series and just make it
yeah.
AI. Everyone would love that, right? No problem with that.
10
All
episodes. Right. Nice and condensed, no filler.
Yeah, there you go. When we come back, we're talking lights, camera, action figures. So last week we introduced a new segment where we take movies that do not have a dedicated action figure line, or that we just don't like them. Like last week we did Red 1, and McFarlane has their movie maniacs for Red 1, but I don't count those. I want articulation. If the toys are not articulated, I don't count them.
I just want my time back from watching that damn movie. Okay.
You didn't enjoy it? It's not a Christmas classic in your house?
After I got done with the show that week, my kid was having trouble going to sleep, and I was under the premise that it had a degree of beasts in it that would satiate his interest, and it didn't. It didn't. First of all, but just the overall concept of that stupid movie, garbage.
It was pretty garbagey, but if you were playing Fortnite the whole time like I was, it was passable. Okay. So that's my recommendation if you're gonna watch it. So anyways, that was the first one. We asked people for titles and for movies. We got some feedback on the title. Not a single person offered up an example of a movie that they wanted to see. So I did some digging, and I figured since this is the Christmas season, this will be our last chance to do something Christmassy. Let's do Miracle on 34th Street, the 1994 version.
Okay.
So right off the bat, easy one. Richard Attenborough.
Yep.
John Hammond from Jurassic Park. He's got some figures there.
He does.
Yes. So
Legacy
you
collection, the Amber collection, whatever. Yes.
So you have to decide. Here, I'm going to move over my screen so you can see.
There we go.
You have to decide if you want to go 6-inch, 4-inch, or I guess you could do 12-inch. Like we're gonna allow Barbie to be part of this. That's why we didn't do Wicked, which would have made more sense considering the open. So the very first John Hammond action figure was this. It was a San Diego Comic-Con Legacy collection,
right?
Where he came with this is like the raptor like hatching pod.
Yeah, the hatching chamber
from the science room, laboratory, or whatever you call that.
Yes.
So this was released. Was this the only time it was released? Because they very quickly moved on to the Amber collection, which is a far superior line, 6 inches. But the same time that, quick aside, the same time they were doing this Legacy collection of Hammond, somebody made a custom. We'll see if I can find it. It was a custom, but it was, he sold it. I can't find it now. I'll drop in a picture.
They had John Hammond in a multi-pack as well. Ooh.
So this is the custom that was made that was supposed to look like
Mr.
the vintage.
Stevie's?
Is it Mr. Stevie's? This is on Collect Jurassic. They're on their Instagram.
I remember seeing Mr. Stevie's.
He had one? He probably
He
had
did have one.
He
on
likes that
display.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it was one of his custom figures that he had on display at the convention, ChrisCon.
Oh. Well, this one was sold. I feel like he wouldn't, Mr. Stevie, because he's corporate Steve. I don't know that he would sell it. But that was technically the first one, even though it's not official, but it was pretty cool.
Ooh,
for me, the Hammond collection one cannot be beat. Just a great figure, 2 heads, cane, super articulation, even came with the baby raptor that he could hold.
Yep.
Love it.
I remember posing it, making it look like he was going to eat the raptor. Oh,
so many fun things. So many fun things.
The neck peg also went well with Marvel Legends, so he looked really good in the Iron Man suit. I just remember all of that. It was so fun.
Yep. Such a great figure. And then, of course, you need to have him. Well, there's the link to that. How do I exit out of this? I just want to close this window. I can't see. There it is. Okay. So, obviously, we need him to look like Santa. So, I have my Fresh Monkey Fiction Santa Claus. So, you could just pop. I wish I do have this John Hammond figure. I wish I had it in front of me. You can just pop.
I have multiple.
The head.
I think he wound up being on 2 clearance. I think I have like 8 of him.
I think this ball is too big. That is a big ball that they gave Santa. He did go on clearance, and I don't know if I bought any extras, but it is such a great figure that I definitely was like,
quite a few.
Stock up. So just get your Fresh Monkey Fiction, get your John Hammond, and you have your perfect Santa Claus. Kris Kringle, is that what they call him in the movie?
Yeah, he's Kris Kringle in that one.
He's Kris Kringle. That's his official. And then this is the Hammond collection. John Hammond. He comes with ice cream.
Yeah.
And a scoop, but not as much fun as the 6 inch. So that's easy. That's easy enough. The other character in this movie that has an action figure, Elizabeth Perkins. And can you tell me what line her figure is from?
I can.
Okay.
But it's because you spoiled it for me.
Oh, but you wouldn't have known otherwise?
I wouldn't have known that would have taken all my brain power.
There you go. So she played Wilma Flintstone in the live action Flintstones movie, and she got an action figure. And it's pretty good. I mean, I think these figures are great. It's like...
Yeah, you've told me in the past you love these figures.
They're just the likenesses are very solid, and the heads are slightly ballooned, so it's like a very fun look. I think this would be a fun Pops or a certain style. This would be a fun style to bring back and make new toys in the style.
Oh, sure.
So you got her. Now, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know that any of it. There's no Dylan McDermott figure, but
no.
Here's a new wrinkle to this game. Actors who should have action figures and the role they should have the action figure for. Yeah. So I'm going to go Robert Prosky. He plays the judge who declares that Santa is real. And you probably know him best. Well, he's done a ton of stuff. But he was Uncle Fred in Gremlins 2.
Yes.
So he looks like the Munsters character.
Right, and for the longest time, I actually thought he was just the actor that played Munster. That was how I spent my childhood thinking that in the 90s.
There you go. Grandpa Fred.
Just
what did I say? Uncle Fred? Grandpa Fred. There definitely needs to be a Grandpa Fred Gremlins 2 action.
I'm really surprised they didn't make a Grandpa Fred. I'm surprised NECA didn't make Gremlins human characters. Granted, they'd be out of scale, but you could have made
They'd be
smaller
out of
Gremlins.
scale. Somebody, I think it was Funko, did reaction figures of at least Billy, if not another character.
Yes, I do.
But that's as
I do
far.
have a couple of those.
Because they did do a gizmo that fits in the Barbie car that came in that accessory pack with the eggs.
Right.
So they could do scaled down Gremlins. That's
They
not a
could.
bad idea. That's like a new way to approach this line.
Yes.
I'd like Clamp, what's his first name? Richard Clamp,
Right.
that owns the building in the sequel. I would buy that figure. He could come with like the fax machine and all like the green goo from sending the gremlin
Yeah.
through it. A lot of fun
Margot.
things you could do. Margot would be so great. She'd be smoking. She could come with the chocolate mousse.
She would
Very-
come with the chocolate mousse. She'd be the
This would be great.
the Jessica Rabbit of the line. They'd be like,
Yeah,
"God,
exactly.
Can't put Margot back out there. Get Kate,
So-
and then she'd have that funny
Yeah.
Clamp Towers hat that she
Oh!
wore.
Okay. I mean, this is like, these are really good ideas. I think this needs
They
to
are.
happen.
This whole thing brings me back when I was trying to make action figures based off of the OJ trial. And I thought that was a hilarious
Totally
idea
normal thing.
back in the day.
Was there an OJ starting lineup?
Well, like this was way back in this was back when the trial was going on, and
Oh,
I
sure,
think
but he would have
SNL
had
at
a
the
starting
time
lineup.
actually did like a parody action figure commercial
Oh.
for the OJ trial,
I believe
and they
it.
used the Enterprise bridge, and they turned it into
For the courtroom?
Yeah,
That's funny. Wow. Yeah. I think there's a market. This is like we have enough Star Wars figures. We have enough
We do.
Ghostbusters. We have enough of this stuff. We need to turn to like real life and start making action figures based on like world events. Like that's what the future of action figures is going to be.
Oh yeah.
Could you
That or
imagine?
we're just gonna start going back and making. I watched Con Air recently, and I was like, how come we didn't get Con Air toys?
How come? They were
because I think
we had a
it came out
yeah.
in '97, so it was like too late for that like rush of like R-rated movies
like
for kids.
Yeah, like
kids toys based off
Alien,
of R-rated movies. Yeah,
Yeah, Demolition Man got a line, right?
they did. Yep, they did. But I
Yeah,
think that
that
was
was
'94.
Crazy Predator,
Right.
Wild times. Yeah, they've definitely scaled back on advertising to kids, but now they just make toys for adults. You don't even need it to be kids line. Like
Right.
NECA could do that if they're still in business by then.
If they're still in business.
So that's the game. Lights, camera, action figures. I like it. I'm having fun with
That's
it.
fun.
So
Yeah,
if
could pick out a couple.
I think I like that name. So we're probably good with that. But if you have a suggestion for next week's movie of characters that don't have action figures from the movie but have action figures outside it, we want to assemble action figures. Assemble.
Ooh,
That's also good. Maybe
that is also a good one.
incorporate lights, camera, action figures, assemble. It's really long. Can't
it's
fit-
getting
fit
better
that
and
on a
better.
t-shirt.
It's all right.
Oh my god, we'll just keep adding words to it every time.
Yes.
All right, so that's good for that. Well, we talked about NECA. Do you
We did.
want to divulge the outcome of your blind box? Take a swig before we get into this.
Thank you.
Blind box
Yes.
experiment
Have you been waiting on bated breath to find out
with bated breath.
how this went
every-
down? Whether it was score of the century or a disappointing.
I'm trying to think of the best way to do this.
Trek.
I almost feel like you need to work your way up from worst to best.
I can do that because
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it that way.
All right, perfect. So,
Okay.
when was this? This was their Black Friday offering. After
That's when it
Thanksgiving.
started. Yep.
Yes, they
And
came
then you
out
did it
with
like
4
3 weeks
themes.
after that.
I did it 3 weeks after the TMNT and the horror sold out, but then horror came back. And when
back.
it came back, I said, "Oh, that's perfect. I will bite."
Yep.
So I got a box. It said there
Got a
was
box.
20 pounds. I got very excited about the weight
Ooh,
of the
It's a heavy box. Did it have a
Yes.
letter on it? Did you get a letter on the box? Like
I didn't
ABC?
get a letter. It just says horror on the
It
side.
says horror. Okay.
No X,
So that's a
no
good sign.
Y. Yes.
That's a good sign. At least it's correct.
So I would say my experience was generally good, but not great.
Not great. Have you seen a horror box that you're like, oh, I wish I got that?
I have seen some that skew more towards one theme, like Alien and like Predator, and that's what I would have been very excited about.
Those are the money beats.
And you look at these, and so right off the bat, all of these are like damaged in some way.
Oh,
some worse than others. So if I'm trying to find the worst one, because there's two.
Not for mint collectors.
Two bad ones. Actually, let's start with the outlier here, because each one comes with like a heavy item, and you're like, what the hell's it doing in here? Some people got the accessory sets. Some people got. You showed me one, Freddy's glove.
Yeah.
I got a hand-painted Michael Myers bobblehead.
Are all bobbleheads hand-painted? Because I saw that as like a, it was on the box for something at Goodwill, and I was like, are these so old? Or is that just how bobbleheads work? No, but I just wonder, can you not like, I don't know how other things are painted by like a machine, I guess, but all bobbleheads have to be hand-painted?
I mean, it's hand-painted to what degree? It's like, do you just put like a wash on it? Do you do the eyes? Where do you hand-paint? Do you splotch on
that's
some
not
blood?
Like that's not a selling point to me. Like, ooh, hand-painted. No. Oh, fancy.
So,
okay,
this is from their Head Knockers line.
It's not bad. That's good for Halloween.
It's not bad. I'll probably put it on my office desk at work.
There you go.
That's
nice.
a fair place for it. I did get worried that it wasn't in there.
Right?
No, I'm Jason.
You're Jay. Okay.
Yeah. So there is foam, and it is intact.
Good.
So I'm assuming.
Did you look at the actual product?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, okay. We'll just assume it's.
It's just been such a busy week. So that one wasn't the greatest one. I like figures. I don't like bobbleheads as much, but again,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Let's
Not
get
here
to
for that.
Let's get to the bottom two. The bottom two.
Okay, bottom two.
And then we work our way up to the top. Bottom three, actually, because one of them's outright maybe disgusting.
Did you do the math to make sure you got $500 worth of product?
I did.
Okay, good.
Would I have paid $500 for this? Absolutely not.
Well, no, of course not. But you didn't. You paid $130.
I paid $130.
That's
all right,
the whole
so
deal.
right off the bat, how these are damaged. This is Michael Myers from Halloween.
Okay.
The box completely destroyed on the top and taped.
Oh, the top flap is missing. Damn.
Yep,
That's
the flap is missing.
Rough stuff.
The box itself, right off the bat, the flap is open.
Oh God! How did what even happen to this guy?
I am missing a portrait for Michael Myers right there.
Return it.
And I'm missing one of his weapons.
You shouldn't be missing it. This is unacceptable.
Right.
Get a refund.
It is unacceptable. So,
that's unacceptable. Bring it back to Walmart. Full refund.
I don't know if it fell out and like even those janky like twist ties or the little vinyl ties are like snipped open, like someone tried to do some shenanigans.
This is a return. Wait, did it say anything that this was new product? Because this is a returned item.
I don't think it said anywhere yet. And then at the bottom is a sticker over the barcode. So all these have that.
They all have that, so you can't return them. Get some Goo Gone, or
so this one, yeah, I say jokingly the head knocker, but this one is the worst.
That's really bad.
And I own this figure already, so it's fine.
Oh,
I can open this one and just I can give it to my kid. My kid can be like, "Oh, Michael Myers, great, yay!"
Oh, perfect.
I can be like, "Yeah,
perfect."
So that's that one. This is the worst one.
That's the worst.
The worst, just based on
worst non-bobblehead.
What I got. Yes, worst non-bobblehead. Next up, and we're gonna go with a theme here.
Ooh.
Well,
I love a good theme
in the worst way. So we've got Friday the 13th, New Beginning.
Oh, there you go.
Again, box is kind of like opened here.
Yeah, box is open.
And I open it. One of the Jason heads is missing.
A whole head is missing.
The whole portrait. Yeah, so he comes with 3, and
Mecca,
one of them is. Do you know the? Of course, you know Christmas Vacation, where Clark puts on the hockey mask. In the promo, they use that hockey mask. So this is Nightmare Jason. He comes in a dream for the main character in part 5.
Gotcha.
But in the poster art is that hockey mask, the one that Clark Griswold wears.
Okay.
But that's missing. So
It's
missing. Again,
I wish they did a box of all their like MEGO figures, like the soft goods. I would have Elton John in there, that huge piano set. That'd be cool.
So that ends all the ones that are missing something. Everything else is intact. Everything else is intact but damaged. So
hey, Puppet
Master right here.
Pinhead
missing the barcode cut out.
Oh, they cut it out. Wow, they really don't want you returning shit. I guess that makes sense.
Pinhead and the Driller.
You know, that really bothers me though, that they ruin the packaging. Tunneler.
Yes.
I don't like that. Like the sticker is one thing, but to cut it out, I don't care.
I don't know if they intentionally cut it out, or they must have.
Maybe
so it's
when
like
they
these
get
are
returned.
These are meant to be opened, 100%. They're not meant.
I feel like that needs to be.
They're not meant for that. Addressed.
Very clear on the website
I forgot
before
this
you
one.
order.
Okay,
it's a good one.
Here we go. This one should have been. This one should have been before Puppet Master. This is Trick or Treat. Sam,
another shitty one.
He is complete. He is complete.
Okay.
I do love this figure. He comes with plenty of portraits, plenty of accessories, but the back looks like somebody pissed all over it, and you can't see it in your camera.
Ideal.
It definitely looks like. So this looks like somebody.
Do you have a black light?
I should.
Yeah.
Get a black light. So this
it's
looks
either
like
blood, urine, or semen. Oh, I hope it's urine.
So this looks like it was put underneath a Target kick plate.
Sure.
And left there, because that's just how the feeling is. Like it feels like it either has like
Stop touching it.
Stop touching it. Touch my
Stop
face.
touching. No.
I'll get sick.
Yeah, what if you contract something from this box? Is NECA responsible?
That's the horror of it.
You gotta, like, customs needs to check these before they go out.
All right, the rest of them are good. Are good.
That's good. How many more are there?
1, 2, 3, and we'll go through them real quick unless you want to stop.
No. I was just wondering, like, you do the price breakdown, like how many.
Oh yeah, no, this was $500 worth of stuff, hands down.
Yeah.
So Frankenstein. Color version.
Oh, the colored version. That's nice.
The colored version. I hadn't gotten this. I did want this line. I did want some pieces from this. Very exciting. So Frankenstein's there. They weren't really. I've seen it a lot. They doubled down. They gave me the black and white version as well.
Well, that's not ideal, but yeah.
Not perfect, but again.
Okay. Double Frank.
I had seen it a lot. A lot of these random blind boxes aren't so random. They put specific figures. I know with the TMNT stuff, we're getting a lot of those April Casey Jones 2-packs, Catwoman of Channel 5 or whatever it was. Channel 6. Let's go for a big one.
Was it 5 in the movie? Because it wasn't 6 in the movie.
Maybe. I don't know. All right, here we go. This was definitely a $75 piece.
Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky, Soft Goods Chucky, Soft Goods Tiffany.
Love it.
Portrait of Chucky, complete, all the weapons, everything there.
There you
go. That was, I think this was $75 originally. So right there.
Really?
Cool. I think this is one of the ones where I was like, I gotta stop collecting NECA because it's too expensive.
That is expensive.
Like you'd roll in, and you'd be like, oh, it's a tinier figure. It's not as big. It's probably like $40 for the 2-pack. Nope. So again.
Nope.
Yeah, UPC cut out, whatever.
Oh,
open
just
it.
cut
I'll play
out.
around with it. Yeah, just cut out.
That's
all the other ones have tape.
Man, I don't like that, but I understand it.
Well, I mean, you get it, right? I mean, they don't want you.
I get it. I had not heard that. This is the first I'm hearing that the boxes have been destroyed.
Soft Goods Michael Myers.
Hey, there you go.
His knife I thought was missing originally, which would have sucked, but it's just kind of rolling around in there.
Yeah.
So he's complete.
There you
go. I'm not familiar with this movie, but it's Lon Chaney. London After Midnight.
Oh, yeah.
So there he is.
There you
Ultimate go. Professor Burke. Complete. Nice. Which is cool.
Good. Is it black and white?
Yep. No, he's not. He's color. But he's got such a tone to him where it's just like that corpsey gray.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one's fun. Chucky from the new series, the TV series.
Okay.
So I was excited for this one. Nope. plastic.
Oh, he's all
With
sculpted.
like
Okay.
3 disgusting portraits and like melted
Great.
face, and love that. Very happy.
I'd like a Chucky figure. I don't have any Chucky figures.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Evil Dead Ash,
Hey.
right there.
That's nice.
Get a little
That's a nice
Bruce
one.
Campbell.
Yeah. Not bad.
And then there's just 2 more. Black and White Wolfman,
Okay.
right there. That
Goes
one's
with your
fun.
Frank.
Goes with my Frankenstein, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, this one was a surprise because I was like, what the hell was this? And the front of it's torn, so it was damaged. And it said, do not open till Christmas. And I did not listen. It is the Elvira Scary Xmas action figure.
Hey.
Yes.
That's
So-
something. Something you definitely wouldn't buy, but if you get it, it's cool.
She's got like a little demon, and she's in her Christmas finery, and she's all busty.
That's like a MEGO figure, right? That's a cloth, soft
yeah, it's
goods.
got the cloth
yeah.
goods.
There you go.
She's got a tray
Well,
of
all right.
dead gingerbread man. So like I said, I would say overall, like this is stuff I wouldn't buy at full price.
Right.
But
it was a
it's
nice
definitely-
little self-Christmas
it's a nice
present.
little it's a nice little dip into things that you'd never normally buy if you want to start off
Right.
like a little collection.
Yeah, a little sampler. I think that's a
Yeah.
good way to think about it.
Like I can
Sample
take
some other
the
products.
horror ones and throw them on the desk
Yeah.
at work for a little representation, a little fiddling around
Mm-hmm.
with if I'm bored there. Just make Michael Myers pee on Sam or Jason or whatever.
I don't know why you chose that activity.
Because of the pee on the back of
because
the
the box. You're gonna keep
The box urine.
Yeah, stop touching it. Does it smell like something?
You know what? The more I look at it, it does. This box does have a sheen to it, so it's probably just some liquid attached to it, and then it's got some shine to the box
interacted with the
the
coating that had on there.
right. Yeah, there's like a metallic finish under it. So
Well, there you go.
yeah, there we go. So
that's
overall,
fun.
yeah, fun for
I think-
$129 free shipping. Come on.
I think it's important to know that these figures are not going to be able to be resold as like mint and box figures. I think that needs to be like very
that's
clear.
That's the funny thing, because you go to a lot of these groups on Facebook and people are, they're selling them. They're selling their extras or they're trading them, but they're not kind of giving the information
condition of the figure.
Condition of these is bad. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, it's not good.
underneath the barcode's missing and you can't have this mint. It's just like,
right.
buy this set. It's $50.
Buyer beware. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, now you know there's a bunch of damaged NECA product floating around the internet.
Yes.
Well, very fun. I don't feel like there's anything that I would get. Like, there's nothing. If I wanted something from NECA, I feel like I would have bought it. Like, it would be cool to get more of the gargoyles, because I really gave up on those.
Right. But again,
but I don't know that there's
like,
enough. Unless they did the MEGO box. I do like the soft cloth.
Right.
The soft
but you
goods,
don't know what you're
MEGO
going to
figures.
get. That's
you
the
don't
biggest
know.
thing.
But if they did like a
don't know.
specific MEGO soft goods box,
yeah,
I might bite on that, because I think those figures are so unique. Or they did like the costumed character kids, like a whole box of those. Like that would be a fun way to collect those. But
that would.
All right, very good. Well, while we are talking about MEGO, this is a good time to talk about this. MEGO, they came back, the real MEGO, the real guy behind the original MEGO brought them back. They've been doing DC. You can get those at Walmart. They just announced, or they just put out their first Marvel product, where they have Spider-Man, Green Goblin, Electro, and Lizard. They're available in a 4-pack at the Disney parks, and then this past Sunday they went up online, DisneyStore.com, and they were so popular that the website crashed. And it broke the website, and people thought they were ordering it after a certain point, but it was a glitch, and there actually was no product. So a bunch of people thought they got it, and they didn't. So I guess people were using those scalper bots to pick these up. But I don't know why these are so popular. Like the DC ones were on clearance at Walmart. Like why is
I saw
this
a couple at Walmart
Marvel
this
set
past
so
week.
popular? It's crazy. But I wanted it because I want that Spider-Man to recreate Twisted Toy Fair Theater. Like that's a big part of my adolescence. So I'll have to wait. maybe. I don't know that if these are showing up in retail, like not in a 4-pack. I imagine that's why they did it as a 4-pack to make it exclusive to Disney. But I hope they show up like at Walmart or Target. I want some Spider-Man. So I haven't. So we'll keep you updated on that. Very quickly, Trick or Treat Studios announced a ways back that they were doing Mogwai. What do they call these?
Yeah.
They call these prop replicas. They call these collectibles. Like, how do they qualify these? Because they're not toys.
I would probably say they would. Yeah, they're not toys. But they prop replicas, maybe. Yeah, I would say prop replica is probably what they call it.
So they announced they're doing all the Mogwai. Well,
I'll let you be excited for it.
They're not high end. Like, the work needs to be done on them. But like for the price, like each Mogwai was like $120. So they have the Mogwai from Gremlins 2. Is it Stripe or is that from first one? Mohawk. I can never remember which is which.
Yeah, Stripe
is one. Mohawk is two.
Correct.
Lenny and Daffy and who goes with Lenny from the Mice and Men? Lenny and George. And then a Gizmo. So they're in stock. They're shipping. I waited because even though this is like a dream line for me, with Trick or Treat Studios, you kind of have to wait to see the final product. Like, you can't be 100% they're going to look like the prototypes. So they were Trick or Treat. They made a video showing them off. I think they look good. Now, I think Gizmo is the worst of the bunch, which is like disappointing. It's disappointing in a way because I would love like a Gizmo in the style, but like there's enough Gizmos floating around. Like the other Mogwai have not had their chance to shine.
Right.
So I think the other ones look very good. I only bought one. I bought Daffy, who looks the most like Gizmo. He's even, Phoebe Cates mistakes him for Gizmo and grabs him.
Right.
I think he looks really good. His eyes are not movable, but they're like positioned in such a way that it's kind of like they're not straight ahead. Like they did a good job posing them.
Give it enough time, those eyes will just fall off because
they're just gonna fall out. Yeah. Some people are already getting them, and one person had the ear fall off. Like it broke. Yeah. The construction seems very weird.
Yeah.
It's like,
so I mean, if you might not be familiar with like how Trick or Treat Studios operates, they obviously they put their best foot forward. They show really nice painted images of all of their product.
They did amazing photography in this little scene they made. Yeah, they looked great.
Right.
In the photos.
So I'll tell you right now, the biggest one for us, for my group, when we do the cosplay, the Michael Myers from the 2018 movie, that mask had a lot of gritty detail and age to it, and they showed that off in the promo images. But when you got the mask itself in hand, because these are mass produced at that point and go to a factory, that's when you start seeing that hand painted detail. And the hand painted detail isn't all that great. The hair isn't that great. It's just flat. Yeah. It sits in a box with 200 other pieces of product,
so you do a little work
smushed and everything.
On the back end.
Work.
Yeah,
and
it's not straight off the shelf. You gotta put in some.
With masks, they have a process called rehauling.
Okay.
Where you will send, and this is from personal experience, you will take the mask and you will send it to a third-party artist.
Oh wow!
Who will like strip back the stock hair and put a better quality hair on top of it, or they will paint. They'll strip down the paint and the wash and paint it to a more accurate representation in the movie. And I feel like these Mogwai also can benefit from that, because I was telling you that I kept saying they don't seem fleshy enough. Like the hard plastic parts don't look. They look like plastic. They don't look.
They don't
like
have
skin.
any additional coloring.
Right,
from
like
the
they
photos.
Need like a sheen or a gloss attached to it.
Yeah.
They need something to it.
But again, for the price, pretty reasonable considering like how much you pay, and like they're big. They look really big.
They are large.
So they're 1-to-1, I guess. They're bigger than I was expecting.
They're articulated arms that are, I think, they're solid, like a rigid plastic arm with a fur overlay, and then a foam body, as it were.
They got a little squishy belly. Squishy belly, yeah.
But like you said, I think Gizmo is the weakest of of the five.
The face is just the wrong shape. I don't know why. And then there's always something. NECA had trouble with the eyes on their first Gizmo too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they get weird reference material or something. But
I'm
excited.
He looks skinnier. That's what it is. He looks skinny.
Yeah, like the head shape on a couple of them, like on Mohawk, it feels like there's not enough head there. Like it's just like eyes. There's not enough like head behind him.
I think with the Gizmo, when I think of the full body Gizmo, because a lot of the shots from that movie are close-ups to get the facial action.
With giant
is
Gizmo.
the one scene where the twin scientists are watching him dance.
With terrible CG or rotoscoping or whatever they did.
It does look terrible, but that's how you kind of see him a little bit more articulated, and this Gizmo is just kind of like static with his hands down.
No. Yeah. Gizmo had his fur in the movie is very like manicured, like it's just he almost looks like he's plastic, like the way, or he was like sprayed with something and combed meticulously.
Oh yeah.
And these are a little wilder. Yeah. But these are a little wilder. But that's also why I think I like the Daffy figure, because he's a little crazier.
Right.
So I pre-ordered it. Technically, it's a pre-order on Entertainment Earth. Whenever that comes in, it seems like they're shipping soon. I will be very excited to do an unboxing of that character, and hopefully he lives up to my expectations. And I don't know that I need to invest in any of the other ones unless I really like it. And I was like, I don't know, which one do I get next? Mohawk, it's like a good thing, probably because it's a good thing that Gizmo is not great, because I would definitely want, if Gizmo was perfect, I would definitely have to get him because I love that character. But I don't feel like it's a good representation of him. All right, finally tonight we got a new trailer from James Gunn's Superman. What are your thoughts?
Very excited.
Very excited. And I have been very clear that I do not give an F about Superman in general. I'm a Batman guy. But there was something about the trailer that I was like, all right, I see what you're doing here. Got some other characters. Yeah. You show Superman all bloody, being saved by a dog. That's new.
Right.
Haven't seen that in a movie before.
I mean, animals in James Gunn movies always work out well.
He does a very good job with CGI animals. He definitely does. Yeah.
I just feel like this kind of captures a little bit more of the light. Like Superman is always I like Batman myself too, because Superman's always that character. He's invincible. He's godlike.
He's invincible. That's the whole thing.
You can't relate. You can't relate to him because he's
too
not
easy.
He's not down to earth like us. And then they try, and the ones that we've seen are just too gritty. And the Superman representation is always supposed to have been the Boy Scout, and that lighthearted atmosphere. Hope, yes. Hope. So I think this actually captured a lot of that. Do I go in with low expectations? Probably, but do I feel like I'm not going to be disappointed? Probably. Yeah, no, I should be good. I felt like it's a good movie to see with my kid. Yeah, and the fact that they showed off these other characters that are going to be in it that we haven't really seen before. I'm looking forward to it. Now, does it come out on the same day as the Fantastic Four? Or at least very close? July 11th. So I wonder which studio will blink first and be like, well, there's really no reason to go head to head when we have two quality films that can each have their own audience. Right. So I hope that one of the studios moves it, because he wanted to do well if it's good. Because this is pretty much it. This is DC's last chance to get it right. Right. This is, James Gunn putting it all out there and he's got a good track record with DC so far. People like that. With Creature Commandos was decent. I liked Peacemaker. I was surprised how much I enjoyed that. The Suicide Squad movie that he did was good. Did he only do one of them? He didn't do the first one? He did the second one? The second one, right. With the Starro. I think that one was fine. I liked Starro, and it had King Shark. I saw it. I think I liked it, and I liked it more than most people. So that's fine. It didn't have that Joker. That's why. Not even in the Jared Leto Joker was
Not
in it.
even a flashback or anything?
No, it was just
That was just the first one where he was a
Quinn.
flashback?
The Harley Quinn was the only carryover. Well, I think Captain Boomerang was also in it, but he got blown up. And
real quick, yeah.
what's her name?
Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm not. I like Marvel just fine, but I definitely feel like they need the competition because they have not been like super.
No, they
creative
kind of
and,
They kind of said, "Oh, we can do
They're
no wrong,"
coasting.
and then all of a sudden, yes.
So just like in wrestling, it's good to have a different organization to kind of like be nipping at your heels. You don't rest on your laurels. So I would love it. And then I wonder, do they introduce Batman at the end of this one? Do we know who's going to be Batman in this incarnation of the DC universe? Because the Robert Pattinson Batman is separate. That's Elseworlds.
Yes.
That's with the Penguin and all that.
Quickly becoming very Elseworlds after that Joker movie.
The Joker, yeah, that's done. That's definitely done. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm looking forward to that. All right, so it's either Christmas Eve or Christmas when you're listening to this. So happy Merry Christmas to all the Catholics listening, or Christians. I never know how like the order of denominations go.
Yeah.
Everyone, a very happy Ross Moss. I really want to make that happen. Ross Moss with an A.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yep.
And then I'm sorry if you were gonna go to Big Lots or Party City because those are closed.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, what more can you say? We'll give them a proper. Too. Yeah, I know. We'll give Big Lots a proper send off because we next week we'll talk about them because they were good to us as collectors. We had some fun times
we had
there.
Fun.
They were a golden age. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, Bill, do you have anything else for this week?
No, you let me explore my box. So,
that was good. We took a peek inside Bill's box.
Next week, I will have a nice open box of the Tomy Kickstarter DeLorean for everyone to see.
Oh, there you go.
Want to give that a proper little bit of segment. I want to find the Marty McFly figure for that, for NECA, because I see he sizes well with it.
Did you get your Ghost?
We'll see that next week. The Ghost came yesterday. The Ghost of Christmas. I sent you a photo. It says Team Lift. The box, it definitely should have had another person to bring that thing in there because it literally weighs like 40 pounds. It's so weird.
Damn.
Like I brought it in the house today and I was struggling. I had to push it across the floor.
Good luck to anybody flipping that. The shipping charge is going to be astronomical.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? How much is it? Just as
local
much
pickup
as...
only.
No, local pickup only.
Local pickup only.
Bring your own pallet to put it on.
Yeah, for real. I'm not going to be the other guy on the other end picking that up, picking that back. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I still